As you've probably noticed, we've been away for a few days, but now we're back and I think we've got quite a few things to harvest as well. And another good thing is that vertical planter has held its own against that wind, and we've now got some fresh things growing in there. I'll give you a quick look. Look how these lettuces are coming on, and beetroot. Really good sizes already, ready to start picking leaves if we want to. And I think that's what I might do with this beetroot. Instead of trying to grow little beetroots, we can harvest those for salad leaves. But if we look down bottom, we've now got French beans coming through. Lots of germination as well. There's about 3 or 4 plants in each pocket. So hopefully they'll grow quite quick because they are a dwarf variety, and we can get some beans before cold hits. We have got a little bit of wind damage, but that's not going to matter. These will soon grow fresh leaves. But it's looking really good. But more importantly, it's held its own against that wind. And we have got quite a lot of lettuce on go still. More little gems. Once again, that celery has gone mad. But we're also getting a lot of peppers as well now. We just need these to start ripening. And we have got a couple that are trying. But some very good sized peppers on here. And as always, we've come back to a tomato harvest. Those are sugar gloss cherry tomatoes, and they're definitely ready to go. So a few days away, and you can see how much growth that those plants have put on in that vertical planter. We have got a link in the description to that planter if you want to get yourself one, either for winter growing or early spring. So you can pop over to Rooted in Bolton and take a look at their options. But we're very pleased with progress of these planters. And we've now got French beans, haven't we? But once again, it's time to start harvesting tomatoes. But that's not all we've got to harvest today. Once again, we've got a couple that's done this split. That's because they've got overripe and taken on too much water. So as soon as they're ripe, or even when they're not quite so ripe, at this time of year, it's best to take them off so that doesn't happen. We've also got some runner beans that's ready to go, and they're a good size. That's one. So in just a few days away, we've now got a nice bunch of runner beans. Very good size those. I'm happy with those. Let's see if there's any more. Still 1 or 2 more to go. We've got some smaller ones, but I'm going to leave them to get a bit bigger. I think for today that's plenty. There's loads and loads of tomatoes on these plants that's ready as well. So I'm going to take all those off today. As I said, we don't want them to get overripe, but you can see these plants are getting a little tired now, so we best get off what we can. There's definitely plenty to go at. And it looks like we've got a few strawberries as well. It is quite late in season, but we are still getting some good sized ones like this one. There's even more tomatoes on this plant. Bigger size ones. We'll take all these off. And there is some bigger ones, but they're just not ripe yet. Just found some more big ones. Looks like we've got a small ripe pepper as well. But we'll take it off. This plant's still trying to flower and grow more peppers. But that's a nice little sweet bell pepper. These are also on the way as well. But I think we've got a really good tomato harvest today. So we're going to take everything off. And if we have to give some away, then that's fine. Again, that's that plant that we cut right back. And that's where we can get some bigger tomatoes. Perfectly ripe those. And there's quite a few more to come. Might take some more leaves away from this plant because we've got some really good sized ones trying to ripen. And we'll be able to take as first cutting a rocket as well. It wasn't long ago that we set this container up, but it's really done well. There's a couple more golden raspberries that's ready as well. We'll get those before birds do. And some more of these yellow cherry tomatoes. Brilliant. There's loads hidden underneath as well. I also need an onion for tonight, and these are definitely ready now. So I can just take one at a time if that's what I want. Just give them a twist and away they come. That is a nice looking onion, considering it's only been grown in a very small container. So I'm going to keep these out at rain. We want them to dry out now, so ideally I can push it underneath that van and just take onions as I need them. Or I could harvest a lot and just hang them up to dry them out. Another thing that's been growing really well while we've been away is that little mint plant. That's really come on, and it's definitely time to think about moving it into a bigger container ready for next year. You can't beat the smell of fresh mint. And those are pickling onions, Paris silver skins. All the tops have completely died back now, so we're going to get these took out. There's plenty in there to make up a good sized jar of pickled onions, but I'll do that a little later on today. And I have noticed on these potato plants it's had a bit of a battering, to be fair, with wind, but hopefully we'll still get something from it. I can see there we've already got a really good sized potato growing. We could take that now if we wanted and use that as a salad potato, but for the moment I'm going to cover it up and leave it. And we've got a very small container here that we put some carrots in. I think they're the round ones, but if I dig around there you can see we've got some carrots on the way as well. And just like we did with potatoes, we need to keep them covered up because these will go green if we don't. But we've got another harvest on the way of those, and these are a round carrot and they're called Atlas. There's definitely quite a few in this little container. Brilliant stuff. The size of that one, we could probably take it now if we wanted, but I'm going to leave it a little longer. We're definitely getting a really good harvest today, so I think I'm going to have to spend the next 10 minutes going around all these plants and taking off every tomato that I can find, because we don't want them to start splitting. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes and we'll have a look at what we got today. That is definitely a treat to come back to. Just a few days away we've had a combination of rain and sun, and it's pushed these plants to fully ripen. And we've got an amazing mixture of colour in there. Different types of tomatoes, one pepper, a few strawberries, an onion at a good size as well, and some runner beans, and yet we've still got quite a bit more to come. If you want to see what else we harvest over the coming week, then please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you next time. Take care.